like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Let's get off the field, D.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the counter, Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Cooper was the target there. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Check. Fresno. He's crashing. Rose.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's our field. Hey, it's our
Down to the 25. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A first down carry by Elliott, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Here we go. Check. Walk 54.
On third down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Squeeze, double.
Gun.
From the 25 on second down, Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long.
Gun.
Third and long for Cousins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DeMarcus Lawrence providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Here's Elliott. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll try the right side with Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Right there, 54 miles. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch it. We're going to 54. Right here. Left 3.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And we'll see what he can do on the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
At the 7-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
55.
Gun.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man, complete. And he is out of bounds all the way up near midfield. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, and even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
I got him. First. 54.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
2nd and 12 at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
Come to my work. We want it.
They go play action. Cousins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They start on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Strip that ball. Check 26, check 26. Shit. Then we're going to 53. 26.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Everson Griffin just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, and he will start to look ahead to and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Cousins now. And he'll find Hall. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They go play action here on first down. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Prescott to throw it, and that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
We got it.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Vikings take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
A good pickup there at 22.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Hey, exit.
Mike 54. Mike 50.
Gun.
Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab the nugget when I can.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Prescott finding Witten, his first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he's going to go down again. Everson Griffin. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On the ground, it's Cook. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
8. Hard. 180. Check 55 to Mike. I don't think you got it, sir.
Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On the carry, it's Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw, Cousins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's looking long for Witten. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott now. And my goodness, another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit.
Cook stripped, the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Jahan, what do I need? Check, wide. I'm here all day.
Cousins here to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. He spins free, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any...
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip.